My lord, in 17, your lordships may kindly pardon my physical presence. My lord, I recovered from a little serious viral thing. My lord, I am recovering from that. My lord.
Sorry.
The officers are present. We have filed 2 affidavits, my lord, tendering an unconditional apology. And we have also published a 1-line unconditional apology, my lords. Lord, one more thing I am instructed to say. Lord, the state government, central government has already directed NCERT to review textbooks of all standards, my lord, not just 8. Lord, from the context in which, my lord, we are looking at it. We have already, my lord, instructed.
Mr. Solicitor General, instead of leaving it to the NCERT, we would have appreciated if the central government itself constitute some high-level committee.
It shall be done, my lord. I have no argument. It shall be done. It would be neutral, independent, domain experts.
Now, that is one way that we thought and we expect that at least now after tendering unconditional apology and realizing that what a blunder has been committed by this NCERT.
My lords.
This affidavit is an eye-opening that the curriculum is issued without getting it approved from at any level.
Your lordships are right, my lord. I have no.
If you believe your affidavit, then accept this learned professor, this Michael Danino, and these 2 central persons, one's Superintendent
Yes.
and Alok Prasanna Kumar. After that, the matter should have gone before the committee.
The body, my lord, page 4, para 7, I have, my lord, very candidly, and I am bound to, my lord, admit that it didn't go to anybody else. Selectively, some people were sent digitally. And, my lord, this needs a systemic change, my lord, which we have already started. Page 4, para 7, my lord, what your lordships are saying.
If this is the casual way of publishing the curriculum for the students in this country, Mr. Solicitor General, what do you expect us to?
My lord, we have started systemic changes. It has already started going on. We'll place it, my lord, before your lordships. And for reviewing, my lord, whatever textbooks are already there, my lord, I can make a statement that we will have a committee of independent, neutral domain experts.
It's going to be formed, consists of domain experts, because there are other problems, not just with that chapter, Malad. There are problems throughout the text, Malad, and I'm sure with the solicitor there,
Yes, not concerning this chapter.
that all aspects will be looked at afresh. That's all that I'm.
Problem we will
Yes,
examine.
my lord, I fully agree with my learned senior, my lord.
Yeah.
As of now, we are only concerned about that.
No, I know, Malad, but since he's forming a committee, Malad,
Manner in which some anti-social element have reacted also.
Right.
It's not that, and I'm not a person who is going to leave these elements also. I know how to.
they have given public speeches, so I've seen that myself, Malad.
It's not, they must also realize how to deal with the current Chief Justice of India. I will deal with them also. But right now, the question is that they have realized their mistake. There is an unconditional apology. We are not something that we are having any.
Lord, Your Lordship, kindly see, Lord. Your Lordship, this court has already laid out the parameters in a matter where the Judicial.
Please, Lord, we don't want any assistance. We know what is the issue and how we have to deal with
The
it.
Delhi Judicial
In reference to-
State of Gujarat, Your Lordship knows that. When a judicial magistrate was not paraded on the street by the policeman, Lord, if Lordship has taken cognizance, judicial cognizance.
Education also present here.
Yes, my lord.
Mr. Kumar, in your affidavit, please read no, not in your, this is in the NCERT.
The longer affidavit is NCERT, my lord.
Our worry is that you say that you have rewritten now. Who is
No, but not yet given effect to.
Lordship.
Okay,
Lordship, we are the interveners in this matter.
paragraph 15?
NCERT affidavit.
Yeah. That in light of
You have
the
rewritten the chapter, that is what you say in paragraph 15.
the chapter 4 of the subject textbook has been duly rewritten.
Who has rewritten?
my lord, it will not go into the textbook.
And has been duly rewritten. If our grammar, understanding of grammar is not wrong, it is already done.
My lord.
And that is why you say has been duly rewritten. Then where is the chapter and who has done it?
Yeah, but, my lord, we have the experts, our faculty members and all
Wait,
experts.
sir, it was expected of you
Mr. Chairman, please allow me to speak.
of those so-called experts who has rewritten it.
They
My
are,
lord, may I say something, my lord? May I say something? My lord, that chapter will not go into the textbook unless, my lord, the committee which your lordships have in contemplation examines not only this chapter but everything. Your lordships can record my statement.
Only thing which is troubling us is paragraph 15, where the director NCERT says that after this was flagged about the contents of the chapter 4 has been duly rewritten. Next line, now we don't understand how and in what manner it was rewritten, who were the persons who have rewritten it, and what is the present contents of that rewritten chapter.
My lord, I will place that on record, but would your lordship see the next sentence?
Saying it is after this sort of a concern expressed by us, this is the manner in which a deponent, as responsible as the director of NCERT, comes up with such a laconic statement.
But may I request your lordships to read the next line, my lord? Possibly that might clarify.
No, just a minute. After writing that it has been duly rewritten, next it is further submitted that the revised chapter shall be incorporated in the fourth academic session 26-27 and shall be used for classroom transaction school across all states in accordance with applicable curriculum and academic framework. What is that applicable curriculum? What is that academic framework? We have already suffered.
My lord, I can assure your lordships, my lord, nothing will go as a textbook without being vetted by the committee of domain experts, independent of the government, my lord, having vetted it.
On 26 February 2026, this court, from after reading a news item in the newspaper The Indian Express, after reading an article published in the newspaper Indian Express, 24 February 2026, regarding the social science textbook for grade 8 in bracket part 2 titled so and so, published by the National Council of Education, Research and Training in bracket NCERT, took suo motu cognizance of the repeated offending contents of the said chapter and consequently issued certain enduring directions of offending contents of the chapter which were expressly meant for maligning the Indian judiciary. This court therefore issued certain interim directions as contained in para 21, as contained in paragraphs 15 to 21 of the said order. Next paragraph. In purported compliance thereof, Professor Dr. Dinesh Prasad Saklani, Director NCERT, has filed an affidavit tendering unconditional and unqualified apology on his own behalf and on behalf of NCERT for inclusion of the subject chapter of social science textbook for grade 8 in bracket part B. Since certain information was swept from him, and he has disclosed in the affidavit that the offending chapter was drafted by the textbook development team in bracket TDT under chairmanship of one Professor Michael Dachno, who is reporting to be a visiting professor IIT Gandhinagar. Two more members, Ms. Suparna Divakar and Mr. Alok Prasanna Kumar, were also associated with Professor Danino of drafting the subject chapter. Next paragraph. As per the prescribed practice, prescribed procedure, the draft curriculum was exactly deliberated amongst the members of National Syllabus and Teaching Learning Material Committee in bracket NSTC, comprising 19 persons, details whereof are given in para 6 of the affidavit. Para 7, in para 7 it is explained that the draft chapter was not placed before the NSTC, except that it was circulated inverted commas only amongst the few members digitally, inverted commas close. It seems that the Union of India Ministry of Education, Government of India Ministry of Education, took cognizance of the offending contents, and on 24th February 2020, contents after the news item was after the publication of the article in the newspaper, and directions were issued to call back all the copies of the book which had been published meanwhile. Called all the books, all 82,440 books which had been published meanwhile. Published, spoke circulated meanwhile. It is thus stated in the affidavit that all necessary and urgent steps have been taken to implement the interim orders of this court for withdrawal of the next paragraph. However, we find para 15 of the affidavit of the Director NCERT while disturbing, where, despite the fact that this court is seized of the matter, it is stated that in terms of directions issued by the Department of School Education and Literacy from the Ministry of Education, from chapter 4 of the subject textbook has been inverted commas duly rewritten, inverted commas closed. It is further stated that inverted commas the revised chapter shall be incorporated in the forthcoming academic session 2026-27 and shall be used for classroom transactions in schools across all states and union territories in accordance with the applicable curriculum and academic framework. Inverted commas closed. Next paragraph. Neither the affidavit nor otherwise this court has not been applied either through the affidavit or otherwise as to who are the alleged subject experts, domain experts who have inverted commas rewritten the chapter again and who has approved it for incorporation in the curriculum of the academic session 2026-27. Suffice to mention that one after the other GST Act is likely to create more complexity with reference to an objective, transparent, honest and dispassionate information that ought to be brought in public, that ought to be incorporated in the curriculum with respect to the judiciary or for that matter any other institution. Next paragraph. Mr. Sanjay Kumar, alias Secretary Department of School Education and Literacy, former Minister of Education, Government of India, has also filed a short affidavit of unconditional and unqualified apology and has further stated that the ministry has already taken political step. He has further stated that the ministry has already taken systemic steps to ensure that such an eventuality does not reoccur and will take further steps in the direction which are in the process. According to him, he has been advised not to give details of such steps at this stage. We have heard briefly Services Tushar Mehta, along with Solicitors of India, and Mr. K.M. Mehta, Additional Solicitor of India. Both the officers are also present in court. At the outset, next paragraph, at the outset, we have no reason to doubt that Professor Michael Janino and his associates, Ms. Suparna Divakar and Mr. Alok Prasanna Kumar, either do not have reasonable informed knowledge with respect to the Indian judiciary and or they deliberately and knowingly misrepresented the facts in order to project a negative image of the Indian judiciary before the students of 8th class who are in an impressionable age. We see no reason as to why this kind of persons be associated in any manner for the purpose of preparation of curriculum or for finalization of the textbooks for the next generation of children of this country.
Or for any other
Consequently, we direct the Government of India and all state governments, union territories, all universities, public institutions receiving government funds to disassociate 3 of them forthwith and not to assign any responsibility which incurs fully or partially public funds. This order, however, shall be subject to their approaching this court for modification, along with an explanation, if any, they wish to tender. Next paragraph. Similarly,
only one thing, we have already said on our own that we are disassociating them. So they cannot come here.
That order is only that they are disassociated from NCERT.
Yes, that we can do that.
One of them is appointed Vice Chancellor tomorrow.
I bow down.
It is thousands of students like this.
I bow down, Your Lordship, sir.
As per it seems to us that the Government of India should also revisit the composition of NCSTC. While we do not wish to comment against any person, some of whom are undoubtedly eminent public person or educationist, NCTC, especially those with whom the offending chapter was digitally shared, though without making any individual comments against any member. Ordinarily, it is advisable if such committee is comprising different domain experts.
That's what
So, if NCERT wishes to teach the next generation of students about judiciary comma, we find it slightly disappointing that not a single person who can be, not a single eminent jurist has been included in that committee. So, we however leave it to the entire institution of the competent authority for reconstitution of NCTC. Next paragraph. We are equally perturbed with the stand taken by the Director NCERT in para 15 of the affidavit. We direct that if at all chapter 4 of the subject textbook has been rewritten, comma, the same shall not be published unless it is approved by a committee comprising domain experts. We direct the Government of India to constitute a committee of domain experts which may preferably include one former senior judge, one eminent academician, and one renowned practitioner. One renowned practitioner in law. Next paragraph. We hasten to reiterate paragraph 9 of our order dated 26th February 2026. To say that the interim direction issued on 26th February 26 or in today's orders are not meant to are not intended to prevent any healthy, objective and legitimate criticism of institutional functioning of the judiciary. So, if the judiciary, like any other institution, is suffering some deficiencies, and if an expert committee highlights such deficiencies, it will be a welcome step not only for the future generation of this nation, including the judges and practitioners, including the future judges and practitioners, it will open avenue for the present stakeholders to take necessary remedial steps, correctional steps. Correctional steps. Next paragraph. It shall be appreciated if the committee of domain experts to be constituted by the Government of India within 1 week, also associates the National Judicial Academy, Bhopal, for the purpose of highlighting curriculum of not only class 8 but the higher classes also, for which the curriculum is finalized by NCERT.
On the question of judiciary, my lord, because there may be many subjects, my lord, with which Judicial Academy may not be concerned.
Legal studies.
Legal studies. Legal studies.
Yes, my lord.
Legal studies, Mr. Sultan.
Yes, my lord. I am grateful.
Next paragraph. After the order dated 26th February 2026 was passed, some elements in the so-called social media have acted and reacted irresponsibly. We firmly believe in catching the bull by horn. We accordingly direct the Government of India to identify the such sites, the persons behind running those sites, and furnish their full details to enable us to take suitable action. Suitable action. The law must take its own course against mischief mongers.
Yes, ma'am.
No one will be spared. Post this matter for further consideration on so and so date.
My lord, only now not on the subject, my lord, on this social media, my lord, I read something beautiful that we used to learn, my lord, Newton's law, that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now the next law is for every action there is a disproportionate and idiotic overreaction of social media. Only thing you need is a smartphone, a free Wi-Fi, and lots of time at your disposal. Then everyone has their own.
Misinformation. Our concern is, that's why our concern is only on misinformation.
Absolutely, my lord, absolutely. It's
Service to the society, we have no difficulty.
most abused medium of communication, my lord. I'm grateful, my lord.
Post this matter.
Lords, the difficulty is that today wisdom has been sacrificed for gossip. That's all that is being transmitted on social media. And they don't stop short of pointing fingers at anybody. Nothing is sacred.
Mr. Medul, what the bar is doing?
Lords, I can assure your lordships that the bar will correct
Don't
itself.
have to become party to these proceedings, want to, are angry on NCERT, what are they doing about them?
I completely see what what is falling from your...
That's all, even if they are hiding outside this country, I will not spare them.
Please, my lord.
I'm sitting here.
Please, my lord, we get the message clear, loud and clear. Grateful.
Grateful, my lord.